All right, well, yesterday we didn't make any progress on the car and the Jag, but Derek did help me and we got the rack from Home Depot installed. It's much heavier duty than the ones we had before and bigger as well. Um, but got the seats for the Jag and the RX-7 up there and my swamp cooler, so got a lot more floor space up here in the front, which I think will help a lot. One thing I can do is put my big shop vac up here, so it'll be easier to use it. Because now I store it underneath my metalworking shop, and it's a pain when I actually use it. So today I'm going to strip the paint from the outer sills on both sides, just to make sure that there are no other areas that are going to need patching. It turned out that I had already installed that brace. It's welded in the front but not in the back. I'm going to do the back after I pull the rear end out, because then I'll have access to it. So that's what I'm going to do. Should be awful. Bye. Alright, so I've been using my DA with 80 grit pad. I need to clean the schmutz piles off of it again, but it looks like good news. There was one other hole right here, but other than that, everything looks good. The car, we know that they had caved and paved over here. Don't know if the cave came before the rust or after, but that's all been cut out and cleaned up. But when they, we know that they did Bondo up here, and we can see the original primer, the original paint, more primer, and then more paint. But other than that one little hole, the sill looks good. So, and that matches what we saw with the inspection with the boroscope. So, I'm going to keep going, and then I'll switch and do the other side. All right, quick update. There were 2 layers of paint, as you can see there. I believe, so the question I've been having is, why was this area filled with Bondo and rusted? And, the question was, did it rust and they put the Bondo in there? Or did it get caved first and then they put the Bondo in, and then it rusted? Because, of course, water's coming in from the inside, as we found from the roof knot sealing. But I think that it was caved, dented in an accident first, because there's a indentation that runs here. It's all smooth on the back, so it's not like a patch was put in, but there's a depression that runs through here. Gets really deep right in here where you can see where the paint didn't come up. So my guess is that they went around the corner, hit a curb, and then it really caught in this back area here. But other than that, everything looks good. Came up clean. We have the Bondo up here, but I suspect that was just a half-assed repair. Because there's a strap that keeps the doors from opening too far, and they were really poorly engineered, and so they break all the time, and so it dents from the door being open too far, and so it looks like they just threw Bondo over that, but we'll strip that and pull that out when we get to that point. So I'm gonna finish cleaning all this stuff out. Got kind of sticky. And then I'll probably have Derek shoot epoxy primer on it, just to seal it off until we get there. Although I'm gonna see if I can hit that little hole with the MIG without blowing it through. If we blow it through, then I'll just have to build a little patch. Shouldn't be a big deal. So I'll strip this and then I'll switch to the other side and get that side stripped too. All right, so I finished stripping the sills, and as we saw on this side, besides that one little pinhole, there were no surprises, so we'll see if we can zap that closed. I also went ahead and stripped the back of the quarter panels behind the rear wheels, because that's another place that's likely to rust. Here we have nothing, everything's pristine. Same on the other side. Everything looks marvelous. Then on this quarter, you can really see how they really made no effort to get this stuff flat when they built them. You know, the DA kind of brings out all the poor quality in the stampings. And even, you know, here's where they leaded between these two panels, the A-pillars, one panel, and this is another panel, and they welt or lead it, and you can see they didn't get it smooth. But I guess if you're out partying and drinking at the pub during lunch, that's gonna happen. And then we have these holes, which we already knew about, so I'll cut out area here and work in a patch. I'll see if I can pull this little dent out first. And then this metal looks pretty good. There's some discoloration, like surface rust. We'll have to see. That's where the battery sits, which didn't look bad. But when we get to this area, we'll worry about that. So, not sure if there's any races on today. So I'm gonna go check. I think I'm gonna clean everything first because I got paint dust everywhere. Oh yeah, got the paint dust all over me. So I'm gonna get that cleaned up. All right, since it's Valentine's Day, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up. Made good progress. At least have become more situationally aware. What I'll probably do during the week is go ahead and start putting together the patches. And then next weekend I'll just burn them all in.